One man you cannot pick or should not pick in your My 11 Circle team, and that is Rohit Sharma, for the simple reason that he's not playing. But if you look at the shadow of Rohit Sharma looming over Team India, especially post the World Cup, you can see the impact that he's had. And we've decided to put some numbers together and see India at the 10th over after the World Cup. And Rohit Sharma, how often has he been there in the 10th over and beyond, and therefore what the results have been. And the results basically that we've shown, this is the results for Team India. And what we'll take it forward is to show where Rohit Sharma has been. And really what we're trying to pull out over here is that...
Don't lose wickets.
Rohit was dismissed in each of these games. If he was dismissed early, more often than not, India have
so we're looking for a leading indicator. Rohit gets out in the first 10 overs, what happens to India? And he's been a giant. By the way, everyone talks of Virat. I think in the last year or so, we started talking of Rohit Sharma in ODI cricket in the same breath. So look at the blue line, the blue lines in the earlier picture, wherever India lost wickets, 2 or 3 wickets. This is during the World Cup, 28 for 1. That was the only game against England. The last game never happened, right? For all Indian fans, that last game, that semi-final just never happened. India want to forget that as quickly as possible. But it's interesting that Rohit's style, and therefore India's style, has been conservative in the first 10 overs. Back your openers and your number 3 to bat deep and get you the big scores because you have wickets in hand. And I think that's the side effect of that, is that 5 and 6 haven't developed as much, because England's approach, for example, has been the opposite. You go hard right at the top, and so you have the Stokes and the Butlers winning you games from 5 and 6. But Rohit Sharma is a big factor. He's playing the best cricket of his life. 2019, as I remember saying in a blog, that he'll be holding on to that clock. 2019 was a great year for him.
Zahir, in the 13 games that India have won since, and to follow up on these numbers after the World Cup, India have won 13. In 10 of those 13 occasions, Rohit Sharma has been present at the 10th over at the crease.
Well, I mean, there is no doubt about that. The kind of player he is, he's been a match winner. And the kind of stability which he brings really has an impact. And like I was talking earlier, those numbers were actually proving that fact. You know, if you have, even if little slow start, score with 4 runs per over, 5 runs per over in that first 10 overs, if you've not lost wickets, that sets a huge platform for your next 20 overs or 30 overs. And that is something which India has been doing consistently well. And the reason has been Rohit Sharma, you know, and you've seen that once he is in, his strike rate actually keeps on going up and up. So he makes up for that. And what it does in turn, that the bowling lineup is something which is always under pressure. And that really creates opportunities for other batsmen. You know, if as a bowler you are coming into bowl and you're not thinking of wickets, you know, half your job is done, and it makes it that much easier for any batsman to then go out there and capitalize on that. What we've seen from New Zealand bowlers also in that previous game is the lengths and that attacking approach which they have kept resulted in wickets. If wicket had not fallen, soon they had to go back to that defensive field, and then things would have been easier. You've seen it with little older ball. As they had to pull the field back, things got easier for batsmen, and that Rohit has been able to achieve it sheer by his genius and his ability to score runs, but also he's been setting that huge platform for the middle order to come and really have happy days out there in the middle.
You know, I just wonder whether Rohit cares too much about field restrictions. Sometimes you say, okay, there's just 2 outside, let me use the first 10 as much as possible, which was the Roy Bairstow model that England used. Just 2 fielders outside, let's go for it. But with Rohit, we're talking of probably the best 6-hitter in world cricket today, if not the best, among the top 3 or 4 best 6-hitters in the world today. So if he's not got too many runs in the first 10, it doesn't matter to him, because he's hitting the ball over the boundary. You can have 20 fielders if you're hitting 6s, it doesn't matter. So maybe he backs himself so much to be able to clear the boundary and hit the big ones that he doesn't worry too much about going hard in the first 10. And so that's become a template for India. Slightly conservative in the first 10, keep wickets and score at the end.
And which is why, even in the past, I mean, I know it's almost became a standing joke that if Rohit Sharma was getting to 100 and he's done it of 150 balls, it means a double 100 is in the
It's
sight.
possible. It's
But there's
possible.
a reason for that. It's a reason for that because that's his method.
Exactly. I think he has figured out how to approach the game, and in this format, once you are in, and the kind of player Rohit Sharma is, he can actually hurt you both the sides of the wicket, and then as a bowler you don't have anywhere to go to. So that is something which he has understood very well. Also, with experience, he knows exactly how to put pressure on the bowlers. And that short ball which he hits, I think that really creates a lot of trouble, be it fast bowler or spinners. Those sixes which he hits over mid wicket to fast bowlers and to spinners, that really as a bowler gives you very minimal margin for errors, and that has been his strength. So once he's in as a bowler, you are down and out completely, not really able to get through to him. With this white ball also, we've seen that there is not much of a help. And usually these ODI or white ball wickets are pretty much good for batting. So that is something which Rohit has been good with putting the pressure on bowlers. Also understanding his game. I think with experience, what he has done is that he's got very good understanding of his game.
These two play differently. Prithvi Shaw will play differently. He's just a different generation, different player. But Rohit took time to settle in. Don't forget, Rohit took time to settle in. As an opener, not really, but as a player, he did. Yeah.
Yes, we went through that phase of he's got all the potential, but when is it going to flower? And it's more than done that.